Good morning. We are out here at the Benton County Fairgrounds where the mass vaccination site is set to open up today.
Also coming up on Good Morning Northwest, we have the latest on the coronavirus relief plan that House and Senate Democrats just unveiled.
And give yourselves extra time this morning, and the snow is still continuing to come down. Look at how much longer it's expected to last. Your Monday forecast, it's all coming up.
From Camp KVU Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning, Northwest, and happy Monday, and thanks for starting your week with us. I'm Monica-Petruzzelli. The snow is coming down this morning. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Kristin-Walls. Kristin, it's been, at least parts have been a nice kind of gentle snow.
It was beautiful yesterday, kind of sitting inside. I had my fireplace going. So it was nice yesterday, but I know a lot of folks are going to be hitting the road this morning, so there is a little concern for some icy roads. So let's talk more about your forecast for today with that live look. This is from downtown Yakima, and at least in the Yakima Valley, the snow is over for you. Again, just waking up to some of those snow-covered roads. Extra time certainly needed for your commute. So there's a look at where we still have some of the light snow left over. Just to the east of Sunnyside, Tri-Cities will still have the chance for some light snow as well over the next couple of hours, and especially there along the foothills of the Blues from Walla Walla and down into Pendleton. And there are your current temperatures. Most locations are below freezing. So we're at 30 degrees in the Tri-Cities and the Prosser, 29 in Walla Walla, and 30 degrees over into Yakima. So we'll have some light snow early this morning, slowly starting to clear out this afternoon with a little bit of some sunshine and that high temperature of 37 degrees. Now we have more winter weather to get you through as we take you throughout your work week. Your full forecast, Monica, it's coming up.
Thank you so much, Kristin. Well, today is a big day. Mass COVID-19 vaccinations begin in the Tri-Cities today. Cap KVU's Neil Fisher is joining us live this morning from the Benton County Fairgrounds with what we can all expect. Neil?
Good morning, Monica. The Washington State Department of Health reported that nearly 400,000 Washingtonians have already been vaccinated. And today, people in our area will be available to receive the vaccine. Officials preparing the Benton County Fairgrounds to become a mass vaccination site say they're expecting a huge turnout on Monday.
We're expecting a huge influx of cars Monday. We know everybody wants to be that first one in line. Expect a long delay, especially if you're here early.
The Kennewick Police Department will be in the area assisting with traffic to make sure cars aren't lining up throughout the day.
We're not sure when we're going to open the parking lot up, so we're really asking people don't come until closer to that 1 o'clock time frame.
Ben Shear telling me in order to operate smoothly and efficiently, people need to be patient.
The more patience they have with us, the faster we can move people through here, and that's the goal.
In order to find out if you are eligible for the vaccine, visit findyourphasewa.org.
It'll help walk you through those things you need to know beforehand, things that might keep you from getting that vaccination right now. And so that way it'll keep people from being in line that aren't eligible for that vaccine.
Officials at the Benton County Fairgrounds say they will receive the Pfizer vaccine Monday morning and expect to vaccinate one person every minute. The Southeast Washington Incident Management Team tells me that gates here at the Benton County Fairgrounds will open at 10 o'clock and administration of the vaccine will start at 1. We want to know if you are going to get the vaccine. We have a live poll on our website, yaktrinews.com/vote, in order to vote and see if you are going to get the vaccine or not. Reporting live in Kennewick, Neil Fisher, Cap KVU Local News.
Thank you so much, Neil. We'll be keeping a close eye on that throughout the morning. Well, Washington State Democrats introduced a $1 billion COVID-19 relief bill on Friday. House and Senate Democrats are looking to spend $2.2 billion in federal aid on COVID relief efforts across the state. The Seattle Times reported that the majority of the aid would go to vaccination efforts, school assistance, renters and landlords, and grants for small businesses. Washington and Oregon are now confirming cases of the more contagious variant of COVID-19 in the Pacific Northwest. The Washington Department of Health announced Saturday that the B.1.1.7 variant, which first emerged in the United Kingdom in September, has now been confirmed by DNA sequencing in 2 cases in Snohomish County. Those are the first confirmed cases in Washington. The Oregon Health Authority confirmed a second case in someone from Yamhill County a week after the first case was detected in Multnomah County. Washington State Governor Jay Inslee and his wife Trudy received their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine on Friday. The two, both 69 years old, received the Moderna shots in Olympia. The available COVID-19 vaccines from Pfizer and Moderna both require 2 doses several weeks apart to be most effective. The governor and Mrs. Inslee expect to have their second doses in the coming weeks. Washington is in phase 1B of the state vaccine rollout plan, which includes people over the age of 65 and those 50 or older who live in multi-generational households. Well, some Tri-City middle school students will be returning to classrooms this week for the first time in nearly a year. Students in the Kennewick School District will begin hybrid learning tomorrow, and students in 6th grade in the Richland School District will begin hybrid learning on Wednesday. Richland 7th and 8th graders will return next Monday, and Kennewick high schoolers will return next Tuesday. Switching gears here at 5:05. Check this out. The picture of Bernie Sanders on Inauguration Day first turned into a meme and has now turned into a clothing item. Sanders' campaign store is selling sweatshirts featuring the internet-friendly photo. The black crew neck sweatshirt is listed at $45, and all of the proceeds will go to Meals on Wheels programs in Vermont. But you know, Kristen, what I find funny about this, that sweatshirt probably costed more than Bernie's outfit.
Oh, no,
in the picture.
exactly. No, it definitely does. But, you know, at least they're taking it and trying to make something good into it and donating it to charitable cause.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And definitely having a lot of fun with this.
Oh, they definitely are.
Let's take a quick break here in Good Morning Northwest. But first, let's take that live look outside.
And the snow continues to come down for parts of our area this morning. A look at how much longer it's expected to last in that work week forecast. It's all coming up.
Just kristin-walls.
And happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Yesterday, the snow was coming down. Certainly looked pretty. I know probably many folks are sitting inside enjoying some of that snow. But as we're giving you a live look outside right now, downtown Yakima, as you're getting ready to hit the road for that morning commute, those roads will be slick. So certainly some extra time needed very early this morning, at least in the downtown Yakima area. Back to some drier conditions this morning. Here's a look at Skywatch radar. So the back edge has already moved out of the Yakima and the Kittitas Valley, but we still have a few light snow showers left over east of the Sunnyside area into Grandview this morning. Closer look here for the Tri-Cities. You will be dodging again, maybe a light snow shower here or there for the next couple of hours. Currently dry right now, though, from Kennewick over into Richland, but a few of these light snow showers will be working through here in the next 15 to 20 minutes. And then we have still some activity further to our south into parts of Oregon. So Walla Walla, Milton, Freewater, again, still some snowfall for you. Pendleton and also into Umatilla and Hermiston very early this morning. So these are the areas certainly you still want to give yourself some extra time. Now, the unsettled weather still continues as well back through some of the Cascades. There's no winter weather advisories or warnings in place, but a current look at some of our mountain pass conditions. The snow very light coming down for Snoqualmie, White, Stevens, even Manastash. All 4 of our mountain passes have some traction tires advised. So just a heads up there, but certainly looking at those improvements in those mountain passes for today as well. So here's Futurecast. We could see maybe a lingering snow shower or 2 through at least the lunchtime hours. So Tri-Cities and areas to our west will slowly be drying out. I think we're just hang on to a lot of cloud cover at lunchtime for the Tri-Cities, but a few snow showers left over from Walla Walla into Pendleton by the lunchtime time hour. And then the majority of the area will be back to some drier conditions, a little bit of some sun as you're heading home from work later on this afternoon. So those slow improvements for today. Out the door tomorrow morning, a little bit of some freezing fog. We'll have more cloud cover starting to move in Tuesday afternoon. And you can see our next system, a wintry mix starting to move in here for Tuesday night. There's that timestamp at 11 o'clock, and we'll continue to have that wintry mix overnight, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Tri-Cities and areas to our south. The snow will start to build up for the Yakima and the Kittitas Valley, so it could be a dicey commute once again for your Wednesday morning. Second half of the day, though, will slowly start to dry things out. So by Wednesday morning, or Wednesday afternoon, I should say, we will see those improvements. So let's get you over to some of our current temperatures right now. With most spots below freezing, we're looking at some icy conditions out there. So upper 20s and low 30s, and there is a little bit of some freezing fog that has developed in some spots as well. Yakima, your visibility less than 1 mile. So temperatures for this afternoon, 36 for Toppenish into Yakima, jumping up to 37 for the Tri-Cities into Hermiston with 36 in Prosser, and then mid-30s there in Walla Walla. So overnight tonight, it's going to be dry, but partly cloudy with some patchy freezing fog possible. Cold night, many spots down into the 20s. So there's your 7-day forecast. That wintry mix moving in Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, and then temperatures will actually start to warm. Rain chances there Thursday afternoon with a high of 42. And then in Yakima, another snow chance for you developing late Tuesday into Wednesday morning, 36 Wednesday and 38 by Thursday.
Thank you, Kristen. Coming up next, we're remembering the life and career of the broadcasting legend, Larry King. Welcome back at 5:24. Legendary talk show host Larry King died over the weekend. King hosted Larry King Live on CNN for more than 25 years and interviewed icons like presidential candidates, celebrities, athletes, and movie stars. King battled numerous health problems and recently had been hospitalized with COVID-19. A statement from his Facebook page, though, didn't give a cause to his death. King was 87 years old. Legendary baseball player Hank Aaron is dead at the age of 86. Aaron's former team, the Atlanta Braves, confirmed his passing in a tweet. Nicknamed Hammerin' Hank, Aaron is known as one of the greatest baseball players of all time. According to the Hall of Fame, Aaron remains the all-time leader in runs batted in and total bases. Aaron broke Babe Ruth's home run record, and his 755 career home runs is second on the all-time list behind Barry Bonds. The Atlanta Braves and the Milwaukee Brewers both retired his jersey number 44. We're learning more about the billion-dollar lottery ticket sold in Michigan. The person who hit the Mega Millions jackpot bought the ticket from a Kroger in Novi. It's the 18th Mega Millions jackpot won in Michigan over the years. Customers from the local Kroger where the ticket was sold say the business was very busy ahead of the drawing.
There was a bit of a line here at the Kroger's, and it is one of my favorite go-tos. I know most of the people who work there, and the line was too long, and I was trying to be safe. And so I'm like, all right. So I started going to other stores. Yes, I bought my tickets somewhere else, and no, I didn't win with those.
Oh, so close. The lucky winner matched all 6 numbers drawn on Friday for the jackpot. The cash option is $739 million before taxes. The winning numbers were 4, 26, 42, 50, 60, and a mega ball number of 24. The odds, Kristen, of winning it all were 1 in 302 million.
But I will say, so as I mentioned, we got a ticket. We got $4 off that ticket.
So you're kind of a winner.
You know what? We matched, I think we matched one of the numbers. The other thing was a Powerball number to get $4. So you know what? I'll take that. It's
Counts
something.
for something. A little bit of luck.
It does.
All right, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, protesters are camping outside of this city hall to make a statement on a lack of affordable housing. Plus, the man who's on a multi-state journey in honor of fallen soldiers and first responders. We met up with him here in the Tri-Cities.
And at 5:26, the snow continues to come down for parts of our area this morning. How much longer will this winter weather last? Your full forecast coming up during the 5:30 half hour.
The Connell Police Department is asking the public for assistance in help finding this missing man. Police say Zachary Bailey was last seen January 18th. He was driving a white Ford F-150 with Oregon license plates. Connell Police told Cap KVUE that there's nothing to indicate that anything suspicious happened, but Bailey hasn't been heard from since last Monday. If you have any information, contact the Connell Police Department. Sheriff's deputies and firefighters have recovered the body of an Oregon woman whose vehicle was swept away in a mudslide during a storm last week. Jennifer Camus-Moore, a registered nurse from Warrendale, Oregon, was driving along the Columbia River Gorge when her SUV was buried under about 15 feet of mud, rock, and trees. Crews used heavy equipment to clear the debris as they searched. They found her vehicle on Saturday morning. In honor of fallen military members and first responders, one man is rucking from Lewiston, Idaho to Benton City, Washington, and he passed through the Tri-Cities this weekend. Pasco officers met up with Master Sergeant Mitch Kreibel while he was in our area. They were able to support his mission by escorting him from Burbank and through Richland. The whole time, he's been carrying a 50-pound rucksack and an American flag. Kriebel is the founder of the group Ruck for the Fallen. The nonprofit raises money to help the families who've lost a loved one in the line of duty. You can find out more about his mission on the website at the bottom of your screen, ruckforthefallen.org. 5:36, it is now time to raise the flag on Good Morning Northwest with the Pledge of Allegiance.
With schools pretty much closed, we still honor the flag each morning. So please send a photo or video of your child doing the Pledge of Allegiance to pledge@capkvu.com, and we'll share it with viewers.
At Archibald's, we believe it's important to keep the traditions that have made our country great. We're proud to support Raise the Flag.
Now, the morning sprint.
A mass vaccination site in Kennewick opens today. The Benton County Fairgrounds will open at 1 o'clock to those eligible to receive the vaccine. Tents have been set up in the parking lot and people can drive right through to get their shot. As it will be the first day up and running, they are expecting today to be busy.
Expecting a huge influx of cars Monday. We know everybody wants to be that first one in line. Expect a long delay, especially if you're here early. We're not sure when we're going to open the parking lot up, so we're really asking people don't come until closer to that 1 o'clock time frame.
Officials believe they'll be able to vaccinate one person every minute. To find out if you're eligible, visit the website below, findyourphasewa.org. You'll also need to bring your ID. Washington State Democrats introduced a $1 billion COVID-19 relief bill on Friday. House and Senate Democrats are looking to spend $2.2 billion in federal aid on COVID relief efforts across the state. The Seattle Times reported that the majority of the aid would go towards vaccination efforts, school assistance, renters and landlords, and grants for small businesses. Washington and Oregon are now confirming cases of the more contagious variant of COVID-19 here in the Pacific Northwest. The Washington Department of Health announced Saturday that the V117 variant, which first emerged in the United Kingdom in September, has now been confirmed by DNA sequencing in 2 cases in Snohomish County. Those are the first confirmed cases in Washington. The Oregon Health Authority confirmed a second case in someone from Yamhill County a week after the first case was found in Multnomah County. Washington State Governor Inslee and his wife Trudy received their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine on Friday. The two, both 69 years old, received the Moderna shots in Olympia. The available COVID-19 vaccines from Pfizer and Moderna both require 2 doses, several weeks apart to be most effective. The governor and Mrs. Inslee expect to have their second doses in the coming weeks. Washington is in phase 1B of the state vaccine rollout plan, which includes people over the age of 65 and those 50 or older who live in multi-generational households. Some Tri-City Middle School students will be returning to classrooms this week for the first time in nearly a year. Students in the Kennewick School District will begin hybrid learning on Tuesday, and students in the 6th grade at Richland School District will begin hybrid learning on Wednesday. Richland 7th and 8th graders will return next Monday, and Kennewick high schoolers will return next Tuesday. An outside investigation is underway after a Tacoma Police Department officer plowed his car through a crowd of pedestrians, hitting at least 2 people Saturday evening. The incident occurred while officers were trying to clear a crowd of over 100 people at a car show. The city's police department turned the probe over to the Pierce County Force Investigation Team, which will now conduct an independent review. The officer involved has been placed on leave. City Council is holding a special meeting this afternoon on the incident. An interim Seattle Police Chief Adrian Diaz says the city is finally getting tougher on those who commit vandalism during protests. Diaz announced the new policy before an anticipated protest Saturday.
You know, when we don't have any level of accountability for people, and many of them that are coming from outside this city, they will continue to that destruction, and we cannot have it.
Over the past year, police have made about 600 arrests during those protests, but in many cases, misdemeanors haven't been prosecuted. In Bellingham, protesters and advocates for about 100 people living in a tent encampment on the lawn of City Hall created a human barrier, and some broke into the building. This in an effort to stop city officials from trying to clean up the site. The protesters arrived Friday in opposition to the city's plans to move the temporary encampment away from City Hall. People have been living in tents there since November to protest the lack of shelter in the area. Police say they asked the protesters to leave the lobby and everyone left without incident. The Connell Police Department is asking for the public's help in finding this missing man. Police say Zachary Bailey was last seen January 18th. He was driving a white Ford F-150 with Oregon license plates. Connell police tell Cap KVUE that there's nothing to indicate that anything suspicious has happened, but Bailey hasn't been heard from since last Monday. If you have any information, contact the Connell Police Department. Sheriff's deputies and firefighters have recovered the body of an Oregon woman whose vehicle was swept away in a mudslide during a storm last week. Jennifer Camus Moore, a registered nurse from Warrendale, Oregon, was driving along the Columbia River Gorge when her SUV was buried under about 15 feet of mud, rock, and trees. Crews used heavy equipment to clear the debris as they searched. They found her vehicle on Saturday morning.
And at 6:55, let's get you over to that forecast today as the snow continues to come down. Live look right now downtown Yakima. Good news for you, though. The snow is over. Looking at some freezing fog that has settled in to the area early this morning, but there's certainly some slick roads for that commute to work. There's Skywatch radar with the snow that continues, especially from the Tri-Cities and areas east into the foothills of the Blues. Hermiston, Pendleton also looking at some of that snow as well. So this is creating even more slick spots. There's that closer look there around portions of the Tri-Cities. Benton City, frosts are now on the backside, so you're eventually going to be seeing things drying out in the next hour or so. But the unsettled weather is still around the Pacific Northwest. There's still traction tires advised through the majority of our mountain passes early this morning, but we're going to see those improvements as we take you throughout later on this afternoon. So there's Futurecast. I think we're still going to hang on to some of those snow showers through the foothills until around lunchtime into the early afternoon, but clearing out, especially this afternoon. A little bit of some sun trying to peek out around the Tri-Cities and the Columbia Basin and then the Yakima Valley. Tuesday morning, we'll have some freezing fog early. I think the majority of the daytime hours will be dry, but that next system is set to move in Tuesday night and will continue overnight into early Wednesday morning. Could create even more icy spots. I think Tri-Cities maybe a mix of some snow and maybe freezing rain and rain there, and then some snow that'll be coming down for the Yakima and the Kittitas Valley. Second half of the day, looking at those improvements. Temperatures out the door this morning, we're starting off in the upper 20s and low 30s. There's also a little bit of some fog there, especially along the eastern slopes of the Cascades. So we're expecting temperatures today just staying chilly in the mid to upper 30s. But your forecast here in the 7-day looking at another chance for maybe a wintry mix early Wednesday morning. Temperatures, though, starting to warm up into the low 40s. And then your 7-day for Yakima, also another impact with some snow developing late Tuesday and continuing Wednesday morning. So that's certainly another system we'll continue to watch.
Thank you so much, Kristen. GMA is coming up in just a bit. Again, those school closures up now at yaktrinews.com.